I'm here with Niki Scevak, who's just started with a group of people, Startmate. It's kind of a, well, actually, why don't you tell me about it, Niki?
Startmate's a mentor-driven seed fund. So the premise is that people who have operated web businesses in the past are the best set of people to offer advice to new entrepreneurs starting out. It's a seed fund, which means that we invest at the earliest of stages, where it's often just a team of technical founders with an idea or a sort of initial crumbs of development, and help them sort of build their business in a very lean startup way. So validating their market, launching early to begin the learning process of how big and how valuable the market is, testing whether the problems that the company is solving are substantial ones or trivial, and sort of changing and adjusting course in the process.
Yeah, great. That sounds really good. So it's kind of modelled off like Y Combinator and those.
Yes, so Y Combinator and Techstars in America.
Yep.
Very similar. There's nothing new about the idea, but probably a little more similar to Techstars in that it's very mentor driven. So every mentor has kicked in money. It's sort of a collective effort versus Y Combinator, which has that superstar of Paul Graham acting at the centre.
Right, right. So if I'm a startup, it's very early stage from what you're saying, so yes. Kind of almost...
Yep. So $25,000 investment for 7.5% of the company. The program runs in Sydney. The first one in January starts for 3 months, helping the companies build their business in the initial stages. And then we have a demo day in front of angel investors, early stage investors in Sydney. After that, we spend 2 weeks in Silicon Valley introducing the startups to people within our networks that can help them, whether that's an entrepreneur in another similar business, angel investor, potential partners, and then at the end of the 2 weeks in Silicon Valley, also running a demo day in front of early stage VCs, angel investors over in the US.
Great, and you guys sort of organise all of that?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, no, that's excellent. And beyond that, there's I guess with the 7.5% investment, I assume there's sort of an ongoing relationship. But
yep, absolutely. And we would treat every investment as if we're owners, and the program doesn't sort of stop at the end of that formal stage. I think that the Startmate and the mentors are most valuable in the early stages of a company, but certainly involved through the whole life cycle of.
Yeah, that's great. So who are some of the mentors involved in the program?
Yep, so we have Mike Cannon-Brooks and Scott Farquhar, who founded Atlassian, Simon Baker, who is the former CEO of realestate.com.au, Adrian Giles, former founder of Hitwise, around about 25 or 26, but people who have built web businesses themselves. And also I think that it's important to note that the program's very narrow, so it's only web and mobile businesses. We're not sort of trying to cover a broad, very, very narrow, because the people involved can help out in such a substantial way.
Gotcha.
Because it is so narrow.
Yeah, right. And so those mentors are also the people who are investing the money, so they've got a financial stake as well.
Every person on the website is also an investor in the fund, so it's not just a name on the website, it's actual people putting money in, and I think that's important from a psychological point of view, how engaged the people are with the program. So every person involved with Startmate has put money into investing into these companies. Yeah,
that's great. So applications are open now, and you're looking to take 5. Is that right?
Yes. So the initial program, 5 investments. Applications are open until the end of next month. After which we'll do a final round interview, and the final round interviews are a little bit different in that we want to run kind of a startup camp style environment, where I think that if you ask someone how great they are, they'll tell you that they're great, but it's more powerful observing how great someone is. So running it in a sort of getting to know the teams, beginning to work with them at almost a sort of 1 or 2 day trial, I think is more powerful and a better way to make a decision than to just one-on-one interviews.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So that'll be the kind of final step. You'll bring sort of however many along there and then pick 5 out of that.
Exactly, yes. And obviously the 5 have to accept the investment. It's they're the CEOs of the business. They're determining the future. It's, we want to help out them. It's not so certainly if they accept the investment, then we'd love to work with.
No, it sounds like a great program, and it's fantastic to see things like this kicking off in Sydney. You sort of read about these programs in the US, and
yes.
It's really good to see you guys organising that. So you've sort of taken the primary role organising it. Is that?
I would say that I'm the administrator of the program. I don't want to be known as the head, or it's not. It's something that I think is more powerful as a group than it is as a single person. So certainly I've taken the initiative to get things rolling, but the way I see my role is sort of pushing the snowball down the top of the mountain, and as the years go on and other people are involved and so on and so forth, I think it will become a lot bigger and a lot more powerful. And I think also it's not just Sydney, there's other cities in Australia that we'd like to run the program every year in. We'd like to make more investments in Sydney, but it's, I think, a thing that a lot of people have talked about but no one has done. So we've just said, fuck it, we'll do the first one, see how we go, see how we can help the businesses, and then scale up from there.
Yeah, no, that's great. No, I think you've done a good job. It looks like it'll be a really good program, and hopefully you get lots of good budding entrepreneurs. There's certainly plenty out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
To apply for the program.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Niki.
Thank you.